So, I know I'm a young upstart who's filming in a bedroom, but hear me out. Actually, most of you probably won't hear me out because like all of the evidence I'll be using is exclusively from the Hobbit movies. So, adios most of you. If you're still here and you want to know what I think happened to Legolas's mother, just know that I do not consider any of this to be part of J.R.R. Tolkien's canon, just something the filmmakers might have been hinting at. I am the Flighty Fairy, I flit from one fandom to another, and today we'll be talking about what exactly happened to Legolas's mother. Because, let's be fair, she's brought up multiple times in the Battle of the Five Armies, but no one really mentions anything about her, which I found super frustrating. I don't know about you guys. In the Battle of the Five Armies, Legolas and Tauriel are looking at the city of Angmar, which is where the battle at Gundabad took place. While they are there, Legolas says this: "My mother died there. My father doesn't speak of it. There's no grave, no memory, nothing." And then at the end of the film, Thranduil says this: "Your mother loved you, Legolas, more than anything, more than life." Yeah, those are the only two mentions of Legolas's mother in the whole books and movies combined. They don't even give us a name or anything. This video is going to be harder than I thought. Let's unpack this. We know that Legolas's mother was in the battle at Gundabad during the Second Age. And based on Legolas's comment that there is no memory, we can assume that he was very young at the time, like too young to remember anything. Picture the age of Harry Potter when his parents died, except in elf years, so less than 100 years old. It's kind of hard to guess because we don't really get a good development to age ratio in Lord of the Rings, so it's hard to say what would be really young in elf years. We can also assume that his mother was a warrior, given that she's in the middle of a battle. I know this isn't necessarily true because it was a forced attack, but it seems pretty likely. Thranduil wouldn't marry just any old elf, am I right? Though, considering his reaction to Tauriel, I'm betting she wasn't a war commander. During the Second Age, the elves had a sort of awakening in what is called the Year of the Trees, where they lived in Gundabad for a short time. Then the dwarves took over. Then the orcs took over. This is all canon, by the way, but what I'm about to say is where it gets into movie adaptation territory. During the takeover at Gundabad, Legolas's mother died or perhaps got captured during the battle. Some fan theories say that she was captured and then died a while later after long torture. But why did she die? I mean, she was a warrior, right? And the wife of a king. You'd think they'd have more protection from this kind of thing from happening. But we know she died because Thranduil said that she loved Legolas more than life. Wait a minute. Could that mean... Gasp! She died protecting him. It all fits together. Both the comments match up perfectly, and it's very plausible considering it was a battle. There's just one little problem. What is a very, very small elf doing in a war zone? I mean, he's royalty too, right? The elves really need a secret service. There isn't really a hint as to why this would be in the movie, and we know Tolkien never wrote on the subject, so how are we supposed to know? Well, fortunately for us, there's this little thing in the world that I like to call headcanon. Basically, it's me making up stuff out of the blue. The elves lived peacefully in Gundabad before the orcs attacked. I think it's likely that Thranduil and his family were on some sort of diplomatic holiday. Do elves have holidays? Regardless, it was obviously a peaceful place, and there was no reason to suspect an attack, so why not bring his family? However, an attack is what happened. I suspect that Thranduil was off from his wife and son doing kingly stuff. Once the attack was going on, Thranduil rushed back to his family as quickly as he could, but we know that it was too late. Thranduil's wife was obviously a skilled enough warrior that she was able to save her son, but unfortunately could not protect herself. Based on Legolas's comment that there is no grave, I suspect that the orcs took her away just as Thranduil got there. Because if it had been any earlier, Legolas probably would have died, as opposed to her being left to die. I'm pretty sure that if her body had been left, the elves would have made some sort of grave, considering how important she was. And there it is, mystery solved. What happened to Legolas's mother? If you enjoyed this very theoretical video, be sure to leave a like, and if you like this channel, please subscribe. And let me know if you want any actual Lord of the Rings videos as opposed to just ones on the Hobbit movies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Later, Hobbit fans.